Now we will be starting our last and final Q&A with Ginoo number 7. Hello, Ginoo number 7. So you will be picking a number, and then John will ask you the question, which will also be flashed here at the screen. Pick your question. Ginoo number 7, are you ready? Your question is question number 1. Okay. So your question is, in many coastal and riverland barangays, human settlements directly alter natural drainage system, worsening localized flooding during heavy rains. How can local barangay leadership strike a balance between respecting the natural flow of the hydrosphere and protecting the immediate livelihoods of vulnerable residents living on the mountains? In Tagalog, sa maraming barangay sa baybayin ng Tagalog, direktang pinabago ng mga pamayanan ng tao ang natural na sistema ng drainage na nagpapalala sa lokal na pagbaha tuwing malakas ang ulan. Paano makakamit ang lokal na pamayanan ng barangay ang balanse sa pagitan ng paggalang sa natural na daloy ng hydrosphere at pagprotekta sa mga agarang kabuhayan ng mga mahihinang residente na nangyayarahan sa mga gilid ng kalsada?
Thank you, Lord. Good evening, everyone. As a Ginoong San Jose, I want to be an image to the people. And also, as a barangays, we need to make sure that we know how to listen to our constituents. Because especially here in the Philippines, we've been receiving a lot of typhoons, a lot of certain circumstances. We need to make sure that it's properly balanced by properly listening to each and every individual. Because if we know to listen as a leader, then we know what are the things that we need to do in our barangay. What are the projects that we need to focus on? What are the things that we need to implement? And those things are the first thing that we need to do so we're able to properly manage the balance of our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ginoo number 7. Please read your question. And epic number 5.
So your question is, extensive deforestation and land conversion within rural barangays disrupt the atmosphere's carbon sink and alter local microclimates. How can grassroots barangay initiatives empower ordinary citizens to actively restore biological system when daily survival is often their primary concerns? In Tagalog, ang malawang deforestation at pagpapalit ng lupa sa loob ng mga rural na barangay ay nakakagambala sa carbon sink ng atmosfera at nagbabago sa mga lokal na microclimate. Paano mabibigyan ng kapangyarihan ang mga inisyatibo ng grassroots barangay ang mga ordinaryong mamamayan na aktibong ibinalik ang mga biological system kung ang pang-araw-araw na buhay ang kadalasang pangunahing inaalala nila?
This is what I said. This is the I advocate. What I said is from the Basilica. We all know that if we uproot Basilica in our country, there's a lot of land that been devastated. And also there's a lot of farmers who've been affected. As a son of ordinary farmer and been isolated in some parts of Antipolo is really sad. But I think what is really important now is being able to uplift each other. Doing that, we're able to reach the most vulnerable area of our community by implementing, supporting the Sustainable Development Goal number 13, climate action, number 14, life above land, and number 15, life below water. Through this, we can able to build a strong community. Because I always believe that a strong community is a building block of a strong country. There's no other way to rebuild this nation but to start a change among ourselves by educating, engaging, and empowering one another. Step by step, piece by piece, we can build a healthier, braver, and kinder Barangay San Jose. Thank you and good evening.
Let us now welcome Kinoon number 9. You pick number 4.
Question number 4. Barangay situated near mountain slopes or active fault lines face severe threats from the biosphere such as landslides and earthquakes. Yet, many families refuse to evacuate. Is this resistance a failure of law and disaster risk reduction education or a deeper recollection of socio-economic insecurity that forces people to risk their lives? In Tagalog, ang mga barangay na malapit sa mga dalistis ng mundo o mga aktibong fault lines ay nahaharap sa matinding banta mula sa heliosfera tulad ng mga landslides at lindol. Ngunit maraming pamilya ang tumatanggi ng likas. Ang pagputol o ang pagtutol ba na ito ay isang pagkabigo ng lokal na edukasyon tungkol sa pagbabawas ng panganib sa sakuna o isa sa mas malalim na refleksyon ng kawalan ng seguridad sa socio-ekonomiko na nagtutulak sa mga tao na isugal ang kanilang buhay?
Thank you for that wonderful question. As you all can see, that these questions are the result of the government which is not supported by the people. And that is why as I stand here in front of everyone, I'm encouraging you people to fight as one. As I believe that we should be the answer for this problem. As Arazaneños, planting is the main problem, and that is why we are experiencing climate change and many things. We all know that it is hard to lose a home. That is why many people are not forced to choose to risk their lives. So I will use this platform enable for me to build a better San Jose. And I will be the leader that this nation deserves, so I will use my voice to fight for the right of every Rizaleños. Thank you so much.
Well said, let's welcome Kinoon number 11. Please speak your question. And that happened to be question number 2.
Your question is, solid waste management remains one of the most critical challenges at the barangay level, directly contaminating the local soil and groundwater. If elected as an environmental ambassador, how would you convince barangay residents that improper waste disposal in their immediate surroundings creates a cascading disaster throughout the broader biosphere and geosphere? In Tagalog, ang pamamahala sa solid waste ay nanatiling isa sa mga pinakamahalagang hamon sa antas ng barangay na direktang nagpaparami sa lokal na lupa at tubig sa ilalim ng lupa. Kung maaalala bilang environmental ambassador, paano mo hihikayarin ng mga residente ng barangay na maunawaan ang maling pagtatapon ng basura sa kanilang kapaligiran ay nagdudulo ng sunod-sunod na sakuna na umaabot sa mas malawak na buhay sa mundo at malubaan.
You know what? As a citizen of the San Jose, Barangay San Jose, I believe that it is our responsibility to tackle our waste properly. And I believe if I have given a chance to be the environmental ambassador, I would definitely strengthen our list, our laws, and implement policies that would encourage them to dispose their trash, their belongings properly. Because I firmly believe, as a citizen of Barangay San Jose, that it is always our responsibility to secure our environment. Because if not us, then who? If not us, then when? Let us not
for our environment and we totally destroy it before we take action. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And completing our top 5 is Ginoong number 15. And the last is number 3.
So your question is, as our barangays grow, open green spaces and parks are often paved over with concrete for new roads and community centers. While these developments help our local economy, losing trees makes our air hotter and changes our local weather. How can a barangay find clever, creative ways to bring back green spaces without stopping the urbanization of the community? Tagalog? Habang lumalaki ang ating mga barangay, ang mga bukas at lumpiang espasyo pati na ang mga samahan ay madalas na sinesementuhan para sa mga bagong kalsada at community center. Bagaman nakakatulong ang mga pagbabago ito sa lokal na ekonomiya, ang pagkawala ng mga puno ay nagpapainit sa ating hangin at nagbabago sa lokal na panahon. Paano makakahanap ang isang barangay ng matalino at malikhaing paraan upang maibalik ang mga lumpiang espasyo na hindi nahahanglangan ang organisasyon ng komunidad?
You know what, like what I said earlier, as a tourism graduate, I was acquainted knowledge and experiences to provide a good things for our environment especially. So, as a Ginoong San Jose, I know that I wanted everyone to realize that everything that is happening in our surroundings is a reflection of our actions and decisions. So, as your Ginoong, I am here to let you know that because of our ignorance and being blinded with the promises of the people that we trust, we often forget that we are letting our environment suffer everything that we are doing. So, as someone who has knowledge when it comes to our environment, I know that we are capable of doing better for our future. So, by knowing the threats and opportunities that we will be getting if we ever going to proceed the organization to our community, we can still sustain the green space that we have here in Ginoong San Jose. And as I heard Ginoong San Jose, I am capable to raise awareness and to bring pride and honor to the whole San Jose. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, number 15. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our top 5.